Hi, Granite Falls staff and teachers. Dr. M here. Today is our awards banquet, and I would so much rather have all of us together, enjoying a meal together and talking about the 2019-20 school year in person. But that's not the case, and so we're doing a virtual awards ceremony today. And so I welcome you and just want to spend a minute just reflecting on this past year and more specifically the last 90 days. My time here in Granite Falls has been wonderful. I couldn't ask for a better place to be, and I'm honored to be your superintendent and look forward to many years to come working with you, doing what's best for students, and ensuring that we create a learning environment for all that reaches all students, because all students can learn, and it's our duty to help them succeed and leave our schools with skills to be successful in their life. These last 90 days, though, have been very difficult, and I just want to remind us that starting on March 13th, we didn't have students in our class anymore. But I want to do some shout outs. And first of all, I want to start with our food service. On March 16th, just days after closing, we were serving our students. And so for the food service department to mobilize so quickly, and it was within another week that we were then delivering food to students, not just at the multipurpose room, but on bus routes, is really incredible. So again, thank you to our food service, to our bus drivers, to our paras, to our teachers, the entire staff who showed up to provide food for our students during this time is just really incredible. So I want to thank you for that. There have been tens of thousands of meals served during this time, and it was something that not only we needed to do, but it was the right thing to do. Our state superintendent also charged us with making sure that our seniors graduate. And I know that for our senior teachers and our senior parents and our seniors in particular, that a lot was asked, because we still needed to set expectations and have them meet our requirements and state requirements in order for them to graduate. But both our governor and our state superintendent wanted to have a do no harm perspective when it came to our seniors. And so I'm proud that we were able to graduate so many of our students, of our seniors, from our high school, Granite Falls High School, Crossroads High School, and Open Doors. Senior teachers, senior staff, thank you for your efforts in making that happen. For our preschool all the way through our 11th grade teachers, if you remember, we were only going to be closed for a couple of weeks. And during that time, there was a slight pause where we had spring break, and we even had a bit of a spike that we sent everyone home. And the direction that we were given at that time was, for this short time, which again was only going to be a matter of days or short weeks, was let's provide some learning opportunities where we can refresh and review certain skills. And then all of a sudden it quickly changed, and we were told that we're not coming back. And what was asked of you was now to provide new learning opportunities for our students. And again, all of you rose to that occasion. And certainly we needed to calibrate. It was not always the best thing for our students or best thing for you, or didn't always come out exactly how we wanted. But by the time our school year ended, I think we had calibrated fairly well. And honestly, again, from the governor and the state superintendent and from me, it really was, let's just do the best we can and give a lot of grace to each other. And so again, I thank you for all of your work in providing those services to our students. For our next charge given by the governor and the state superintendent was keep everybody working. Honestly, I shared with the board last night that we are so fortunate to be in this field of education. We weren't laid off. We weren't furloughed. We were paid. And I want to thank you for those who showed up and maybe worked outside of your comfort zone in a different job than what was asked. So thank you. Thank you for showing up. And again, there's just tremendous gratefulness on my part for you, and I think from all of our hearts that our state values education and saw that we needed to continue to pay everyone through this time period. And again, thank you for your service on that. Finally, I just want to say that when I interviewed here a little over a year ago, and then through the summer of last year, I quickly saw, and this really continued through this year, that Granite Falls is the most generous community I've ever lived in and worked in. And through this crisis, it just validated that point. And a lot of it came from you and other community members that we really don't want to have in our community haves and have-nots. We want to make sure that our have-nots are provided for. And this health crisis really showed the character of Granite Falls, and especially the Granite Falls School District teachers and staff. So with that, again, welcome to this virtual awards ceremony, and we look forward to recognizing some of our highlights of this year and our staff. But I did want to start off by saying thank you to everyone for what you've done this year, and especially through our COVID crisis.
Our first awards for today go to our retirees. This year we had 5 retirees who gave us many, many years of service. To start, we have Julie Bodden with 18 years of service, Kelly Kettler with 19 years of service, Kirk Parker with 20 years, Marilyn Brott with 31, and Debbie Hanby with 43 years. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Before we share our specific awards, we'd like to start by thanking all of you for your hard work. Each of you deserves an award. As our world shifted, we transformed our schools, we continued to change, and your commitment to our students was shining brightly. You were flexible, adaptable, resourceful, and we collaborated together to bring success to our students. Thank you so much. We'll begin with the professional learning team. Professional learning is at the heart of any successful professional learning organization. We have a dedicated team of systems thinkers who work together and listen to all of you as they develop goals and implement ongoing professional learning for all of us. And so we'd like to say thank you to the members of our team: Dave Bianchini, Dr. Richard Panegas, John Thompson, Teresa Watson, and Trevor Williams. Thank you. We have a team that regularly stays past meeting hours to engage in passionate conversation about how to bring high levels of learning to all students. Our Technology for Learning team created a vision, also worked on the implementation of a solid foundation, and then plans that would move us forward. And then, when things shifted quickly this spring, they were right there beside us to guide the process. We are so thankful for the Technology for Learning team, and this team continues to listen to all of you as we plan for next steps. Thank you to our Technology for Learning team: Cassandra Benedict, Randy Cash, Adam Gesseman, Mariah Ochoa, Jesse Nelson, Dan Scollard, Kurt Sullivan, and Trudy Sullivan. We share collective responsibility for our new teachers as they launch their careers. And thank you to all of you for your support with that work. Their mentors play a very significant role as they meet at least weekly. They plan lessons together, they're in the classrooms providing feedback, looking for resources, and just offering that emotional support. Our mentors also engage in ongoing learning and coaching to continue to improve their practice and their professionality. We thank our best mentors, Mary Carnes, Matt Mecco, Jana Moan, Tracy Orr, Teresa Watson, Joelle Wright, and thank you to our Beginning Educator Support Team lead for the work, Trevor Williams. We appreciate all of you.
And now we will present the years of service pins. So starting with 5 years of service, we have Kevin Davis, Lori Davis, Jennifer Harmon, Joey Johnson, Kayla Land, Katie Lepinen, Tara Loth, Pat Mizell, Dawn Munn, Jolene Thayer, and Brandy Walker. Celebrating 10 years of service are the following people: Mary Thor, Jennifer Haverfield, Melissa McLaughlin. And 15 years of service, Clint Johnson and Cheryl Pullen. And 20 years of service are Lori Littlefield, Jim McNulty, Kirk Parker, and Dan Scollard. 30 years of service, Jan Maycomer and Willow Stone. 35 years of service, Jay Hardy. Thank you.
Next in our award ceremony today is something that I brought to Granite Falls School District, and it's called the Mucker Award. And at each of our Success in Ed ceremonies that we've had, I've done a little description to the audience and reminded the board what that is. I'm holding a hockey puck. I grew up playing hockey, and hockey is certainly my favorite sport. I go to Silvertip games and just love hockey and for all that it is. And a mucker in mining terms and in hockey are those people that are willing to go and do the really hard, difficult work. And in hockey, that means going into the corners to dig out the puck and ultimately center or pass the puck to your teammate who might be standing near the goal and ultimately be able to score a goal. So muckers, they get their elbows up, they are involved in a lot of body checks and using their stick to, again, accomplish that mission. So how this applies to Granite Falls and this award is I like to recognize those employees who really go into the corners and do that very difficult work, that tedious work, the work that sometimes other people don't want to do, or they realize it has to get done and they get it done. And so tonight I have a number of people that are going to receive the Mucker Award. And so the first person I want to recognize is Vicki Peralt. And Vicki is our liaison with the food service department. And certainly that's a busy department any time during the school year, any time during the normal school year. But as I mentioned in my opening, during this COVID season, the entire food service really stepped it up, and Vicki is involved in all the reporting. She's sitting in on calls with both the federal and state agencies regarding food service and ordering food, and has just really made this happen with her team. And so I want to recognize Vicki for all of her hard work, and so she's the first recipient of the Mucker Award. Our second person is Robin Barth. And Robin, I think, is usually a blur because she tends to be everywhere and isn't one to stand still for very long because she is involved in advocating for students all the time. And so throughout this COVID experience, we are often finding her over in the parking lot providing food for families with Community Coalition and Food Bank and the Backpack program. And so to Robin, again, thank you for all of your hard work and going into the corners, doing the tough work and serving our community. Our next recipient is Kurt Sullivan. And we all know Kurt. Kurt's that friendly person from IT that is there to provide service for our technological needs. And I want to say one of the things that our tech department did was mobilize our Chromebooks for our students in such a quick manner. And you could see Kurt handing out Chromebooks, all geared up with gloves and masks and very in a safe manner with social distancing, and was able to make that happen very quickly. Also serving as a tech support for parents who called in having questions, and just this whole time has been our really a great go-to person for our IT needs. So again, thank you, Kurt. Adam Gesseman is our next recipient of the Mucker Award. And one of the things that was asked of our teachers and many of our staff was to, when we go from face-to-face to an online platform, we need to have some sort of mechanism or some sort of platform to provide that learning environment. And so Adam was instrumental in providing a lot of training on Canvas and working with Dr. Manns in setting up curriculum and expectations and those power standards that, key standards that our state superintendent asked us to cover during this COVID crisis. So Adam, thank you so much for your hard work for students and student learning. Our next recipient is Kathy Silvera, and Kathy was behind the scenes doing so much on our curriculum, for our curriculum department, in setting up so many of the trainings, anywhere from Zoom trainings, our IT, to our Canvas, working with even Solution Tree, and just setting up so many of those meetings. And then when it came time for our graduation, working with the waivers and working with our high school principals to make sure we got as many seniors graduated as possible. So Kathy, thank you for your hard work, and again, well-deserved Mucker Award. And our last recipient for a Mucker Award is Diane Westla. And again, we all know Diana. She is involved with the copying. Diane has been involved in the copying of these materials, and she's doing that during the regular school year, but during these last 90 days, involved with the packet production and the number of packets that went out, and just the format of and the task of getting that done each and every week so that we could deliver on Thursday was incredible. And Diane wanted to be there and head up that copying, and really did it without a fault. So we want to thank you, Diane, for that. So those are our Mucker Awards, and want to congratulate all of our recipients this year for this time period for it. And we'll move on to our next category. Our next award are the Rookies of the Year Awards. This year we have done it a little bit different. We've expanded our awards to include more individuals. And so the first two Rookies of the Year that I want to announce from the classified side, first, Jennifer Haverfield, and our second is Crystal Johnson. Jennifer and Crystal both serve over at the middle school in the front office, and they're receiving the Rookie of the Year award for their epitome of customer service, their ability to come in a relatively short amount of time and adjust to a middle school environment and provide such excellent service to our students, staff, and parents. So Jennifer and Crystal, congratulations on your award as Rookies of the Year. On the certified side, we have two Rookies of the Year, Jinju Gray and Anna McGar. And both of these ladies have been very involved in not only developing excellent relationships and engagement for our students, but they've also been very involved in our curriculum development, sitting on district and school leadership teams, and just providing great insight to our schools and to our district in furthering our cause and providing great service to our students and for student learning. So Jinju and Anna, congratulations on your Rookie of the Year awards. Our final award today is for our Employees of the Year awards. On the certified side, we're honoring two people who've been very involved in advocating for students and student learning, as well as professional development for our entire staff. It's my pleasure to award Teresa Watson and John Thompson as recipients of the Employees of the Year award. Both serve on the professional learning team. Both are heavily involved in our professional development at the start of the year, and throughout the year, meeting on that committee and talking about the issues to help advance curriculum development and instruction. So Teresa and John, thank you so much for all of your hard work in advocating for, again, for our teachers and for our students. Our Employee of the Year on the classified, we're honoring three individuals, Donna Noble, Sabrina Johnson, and Madison Pruce. All three are student service advocates, and I want to just especially honor them for the work that they've done during these last 90 days. They have made sure that our students who don't have means are the outreach that they've provided for those students who don't have means have been there on a daily basis. They've kept them connected. They've evaluated what their needs are. And again, they have just gone out and provided so many services, whether it's social, emotional, or some physical need that they have. But they have been on the front lines this entire 90 days and meeting with those families and those students. And again, we just want to thank you and thank you for your service and honor you as the Classified Employees of the Year. So we want to thank all of you for watching the awards ceremony tonight. Again, for the entire staff, thank you for your service during this time, especially the last 90 days, and for being part of the Granite Falls School District family.